Arnab, the simple fact is, this DG ISI, he's a very colorful character, by the way. Since he has so many relations in the armed forces, I'm sure he has heard the stories of his picadillos. You understand what I mean? All right, we'll tell you. This gentleman was given the charge of forming an inclusive government in Kabul. All right? And suddenly he was in panic. By the way, since you know the Pakistani armed forces so well, I hope you know he's next in line to be the chief when next year, November, General Bajwa finally retires, unless he gets another extension. All right? Okay. And that extension he is claiming courtesy us. Now, this gentleman is in the line and he was desperate. This gentleman moved out to Kabul without informing or taking the permission of General Bajwa, his chief. Now there is another gentleman in the run-up for the next chief. That happens to be your Adjutant General, right? And I'll just give you his name. This gentleman, Adjutant General Muhammad Amir, he hates his guts. He went running to his chief, General Bajwa. Since you are so well connected with the Pakistani army, let me give you this salacious gossip, all right? He went running to General Bajwa, sir, look at this guy, he is gone without your permission. General Bajwa was furious, and there are reports that he is going to be axed. One, because he is getting a bit too cozy to a gentleman called Imran Khan Niazi. In the run-up to the sweepstakes for the next chief, ludicrous kind of a state of affairs. And then there is the Director General Military Intelligence who hates his guts. And there were some very salacious reports about, extramarital affairs and the rest of it, that came out, which amused some Pakistani journalists got sacked. Okay, right? Since you know the Pakistani army so well, I'm sharing these, they will amuse you, Now he doesn't want to come back from there. He is appointed himself Governor General, the Pakistani Governor General of Kabul, if you please, and the chief host to all the foreign delegations because they don't know how to make continental cuisine. That is your problem. Look, let me give you the facts. Let me give you the facts, old boy. The facts are that the Taliban tried to take Panjshir. They got a bloody nose. Then they went crying to General Bajwa and requested him that if they could get him the head of Amirullah Saleh, right, they would do anything he wanted in Jammu and Kashmir. So, Lieutenant General Adil Rahmani, head of the SSG, heard of him? You have such good contacts. Major General Adil Rahmani, never heard of him? I'll tell you. He is your head of your SSG, right? He was sent in Pathan clothes along with 2 SSG battalions, mostly officered by Pathan officers of the Pakistan Army, right? And they have had a harrowing time. They were supported initially by 155mm battery. They were supported by a squadron of tanks, 6, M113 APCs, etc., 4 UA Cobra attack helicopters, 4 Chinese drones, which were sending televised pictures minute by minute of the battle to GHQ War Room Rawalpindi. You ever been there? They won't allow you in. It's underground. And I hope you know that your military operations directorate officers and your MI directorate officers, MI is military intelligence, by the way, since you know the Pakistani army so well, okay, they have been told they will not come out of the ops room till the Panjshir operation is over. And they are very frustrated lot sitting there. In that war room, General Bajwa has got his bed there, etc. There are rooms for him specifically. That is where the Turkish general and the Chinese general are there. They are worried sick. The Taliban had told them it is the fiat accompli. We are the conquerors of the whole of Afghanistan and please hail the conqueror, etc. And then suddenly this has started happening. The Akhundzada group has had a clash with the Haqqani group. 17 people have been killed. I hope you know that. And thereafter, the Baradar group has had another clash with the Haqqanis. And Baradar himself was injured. He went for treatment to Pakistan. Did your army medical corps people tell you that? Did your army medical corps people tell you that? You have created a mess for yourself, a mess for the world, and your Chinese friends are very distrustful of all that you say.
All the details which
they have said clearly,
now,
we would rather wait and watch.
All these details which are emerging now.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to bring in Tahir Malik and Faraz Saeed as well. To start with you, Tahir Malik. The details are coming out. You sent your SSG, you sent your medium batteries. You've been getting a hammering.